Okay, so the game that we are doing today is actually not The Simpsons. But what we are doing today is we are going to do a four-player Konami beat 'em up. And if the light is moving weird, it's because I actually have a handheld light because it's kind of dark over here. And I like to keep it dark so that way you can kind of see the games and stuff like that, like actually see the monitors and whatnot. But this is actually a four-player Konami beat 'em up, and when I bought it, it was a Simpsons, and it did not have these joysticks, which are the Wiko leaf switch joysticks. But everything on it was fairly, it was pretty good. I mean, the monitor was working somewhat. It probably needed a cap kit. I never capped it, and I just went ahead and I ended up throwing a different monitor in there. But you can kind of see it's kind of like a mess in here. But you can see what one of these maybe looks like. Let me see if I can kind of get some of the light in there. Let me see if I can brighten it up. Maybe that'll help. I don't know if that helps. But you just have your PCB board, and I have some other stuff in there. Like I have some other boards and whatnot. But it's just a power supply. It's pretty empty on the inside. And then at the bottom, let me see. Try not to pinch my fingers. And let me see if I can go ahead and... I'm going to see if I can take this camera off. If I can get the brightness adjusted. Let's see if we can get this camera off real quick. Alright, there we go. Now we're kind of free roaming. Alright, and let me adjust the LCD so I can see what's going on. But there you go. It's a four-player beat 'em up. So you have to have the four-player, the four coin door, the slots. So each time you put a quarter in each one of the slots, it represents the different characters. So you have Marge, Homer, you have Bart, and you have Lisa. And then on other games, it was different. So it was like Donatello, Michelangelo, and Leonardo. So hold on, I'm just getting the camera back on the tripod here. And then if you look up at the marquee, you got a different story. So I don't know if you can see that. I might have to adjust the exposure just a little bit. But that's actually Ninja Turtles. It looks kind of blown out just because I kind of have the exposure set for the actual game here. And that's Ninja Turtles. So of all the Konami beat 'em ups, there's quite a few here. The ones that I have personally, I have the Simpsons, of course, and then I have both the original Ninja Turtles, which is pretty cool. It's the one that plays the intro theme music, the Ninja Turtle theme music. And then I also have Turtles in Time, which is actually a highly sought after board. And just the boards themselves go for like $600 now, it seems like. I mean, they're really expensive. When I bought it, it was maybe a third of that. Like it was crazy cheap. And the way you can really tell if you have either like a Turtles in Time or Simpsons is you can look at the back and there's a tag it'll say Simpsons. You can't always tell because sometimes they were conversions from other things. But the other way you can tell that it would have been a Simpsons is... Get the light back on. Hopefully you can see this. I don't know if you can kind of see under here. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Let me go ahead and tighten that back up. But like right here and right here, let me see if I can get the light. There you go, you can see it better. But you see how it has two speaker grills? So if you have an original Ninja Turtles, it's only going to have one speaker grill and it's going to be in the middle, right? Because the original Ninja Turtles was mono. And if you have, like, let's say Turtles in Time or Simpsons, it's going to have two because it was actually stereo. Now, the game that we're going to play today, because we tend to like swap games out of this cabinet, just because it's a pretty versatile cabinet as far as being able to switch games out. And I didn't actually know this, but this game actually has a free play. So I was actually switching on the free play. So let me see. I need to get back to the actual. I need to get back to there, game mode. Okay, so this is just like a crosshatch screen, just to kind of show you that the monitor is right or whatever. And the game that we are playing, if you haven't figured it out yet, is a game called Sunset Riders. So this is not as popular as Simpsons or X-Men. or the Turtles games or anything like that. But this is a 4-player beat 'em up Western game called Sunset Riders, and the game is super dope. It's super cool. And so like here's the little intro animation, which is, I always thought it was super cool. It looked like a cartoon. I mean, like this was like mind blown when this came out, because I was just like, it's a freaking cartoon. I mean, doesn't it look like something like would have been on a 90s cartoon? It looks super cool. They all have like generic names, except for Gormano. Super cool. And just kind of riding off into the sunset, right? Look at that. Super cool though. Animation, all the character art looks super cool. And yeah, the game's called Sunset Riders. So this game did come out on the Super Nintendo. And this came out in 1991. So this would have, when would this have come out? So like the first Ninja Turtles, I think, came out in 89. So this would have came out like around like Simpsons and Turtles in Time, like around that time. So the original Ninja Turtles would have been first. So like you see how he's drinking like a liquor bottle? And then I think he comes up here and he like kisses a girl or something. And the girl's like a, what do you call it? What do you call it? I can't think of what it's called now. I can't think of what it's called. Well, anyways, it's like, it's a female and she's kind of scantily clad or whatever. So if you ever played this on the Super Nintendo, that was going to be really like, oh, you can kind of see the girl there. She's a little, she had like short shorts on or something like that. So the arcade version was a little bit more risque. And of course, Nintendo was all about the family, you know, good family, wholesome entertainment type thing going on. So of course, they made some changes. So this is the arcade version. So I just hit start. I don't know what I don't know who we're playing as. We are playing as the blue guy. I don't even know who it is. And there's 2 buttons. And let's see. Just trying to make sure everything works. Because sometimes these leaf switches, they get kind of goofy. But let's see. Oh, you see that? That's what I'm talking about. You see how she has like stockings on and a garter belt and all of that? So I mean, that's kind of like, that was basically what Nintendo was like. No, we're not gonna allow that. So maybe we can play like at least through the first level here. Wait, did that actually? Okay, hold on. There we go. Oh shoot, we gotta get away from that. Alright, so then we're gonna jump up here because there's gonna be some bulls that are coming by. I don't know if there's anybody on there. Can't remember if they run again. No, they don't. Okay, so we got to jump down to avoid that fire. We're actually doing okay for a shoot 'em up here, for a beat 'em up. See, it's a girl again, right? We just shot a girl. That would have been like a big no-no on Nintendo. Nintendo would not have allowed that. So every time these chickens come by, we know that there's some bulls coming. And look, those poor chickens, right? Like, they're not even like really running fast enough to avoid the bulls here. So you have to go like this, and you have to make another little jump here, and then that should be it for the bulls. And this should be the first boss already. So we actually got to the first boss without losing a life, which is kind of cool. So basically, oh man, forgot we have to get out of the way of the barrel. And see now, those little badges basically kind of like power-ups. So we kind of lost our spread. We had like a kind of a spread gun. And this guy has like one of the most iconic sayings when he dies. It's so cool. Listen to this. It's so cool. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it on the mic.
Marry me with my money.
Dude, it's like freaking hilarious. Bury me with my money. So let's at least like try to play. Maybe let's just try to play through 1 credit. Surprise. So I noticed that when I was going through the dip switch settings, the game was set on super hard. So I'm trying to see if the game's like a lot easier. So now we got like this kind of like cowboy machine gun. Oh, we lost it. So it looks like we get a few lives. We get like 3 lives. It's kind of hard with all this stuff moving around, you know? It's like... Alright. Yeah, because apparently a wagon will blow up, right? This game's pretty cool, though. So yeah, I mean, like, everybody kind of, like, knows Simpsons, knows Ninja Turtles. It's, you know, super popular and whatnot. But, man, isn't this, like, cool? It's, like, kind of like something different. It's kind of a neat game. So that's the reason why my brother tends to like this one. But eventually what I want to do is, there's a way to actually multi these boards and put them all in at the same time. So I definitely want to do that because, you know, a lot of people ask for Ninja Turtles, and then I gotta, in the middle of a get-together, switch it out and put Ninja Turtles in. Oh, you got me. And, you know, I just want to be able to, like, enjoy myself and just hit a button and just... ooh. Oh, I think you got me. Alright, so that's pretty much it. That's not bad, right? We got through probably like a level and a half with a 1/4. So that's, I don't know, that's pretty good. Because when I play like Simpsons and Ninja Turtles, I don't know, I think Ninja Turtles I can get through the first level on 1 credit. But yeah, I know like Arcade 1-Up, they came out with the Ninja Turtles, you know, 1-Up cabinet, and it's a 4-player. The only thing that always kind of like... got to me on that cabinet is just really cool cabinet, but as you can see here we have the I don't know if you can see my hand, but this is a 25-inch screen, and on the Arcade 1-Ups they're using a 19-inch screen. So I mean, we're talking about, you know, 6-inch difference there. So I mean, it's a considerable difference as far as screen size. And the other thing too is I've seen like the control panels, and even though they are bigger, they are wider, they're not quite as wide as you know, one of these original Konami cabinets. Konami, or however they say it. But there's a little bit more distance here, so I mean, you get some, you know, some pretty big guys here, and playing these games or whatever. I don't know how it is on the Arcade 1-Up because I've never seen a 4-player game setup. But I know like when we're doing like the arcade games, I mean, it's even kind of tight. I mean, it's not super tight. I mean, you have a little bit of elbow room. But, you know, you get 4 full-grown adults playing. I mean, you know, it's noticeable. So, Arcade 1-Up, I don't know how they're doing the 4-player thing. I mean, I'm sure it's cool for 2, maybe even 3 players, but 4 seems like it'd be a little tight. I would like to know what the size difference is between control panels. Like, I could measure this one against an Arcade 1-Up and kind of see what the difference is. But, anyways, don't mean to take up too much of your day, but... this was our daily game of the day, and this was the Konami Beat 'em Up that we have here in our little arcade. And of course, we do have Ninja Turtles, we do have Simpsons. If you want me to do a video on those, I could pull the game out and we could swap PCBs. If you're really wanting to see you know, a playthrough of one of those games, or just like, you know, just a few credits or whatever, just let me know, because there are like some little subtle differences, especially Ninja Turtles. Simpsons never came out, but Ninja Turtles the arcade ROM is different than the Super Nintendo Turtles in Time. So it is considerably different. And of course, the arcade version of the first one is different because just the graphics at the time, because it was ported to the Nintendo, and the Nintendo just didn't have the horsepower to do the graphics and stuff like that. So the first one is considerably different as far as the way it looks, as far as how many characters are on the screen at once. And then Turtles in Time does have some like little bit of version differences or whatnot. And then The Simpsons never did come out. It never came out really consoled I think it came out on one of the mobile app stores, and then it eventually came out, I think, on the PS3. But it never came out at the time. It never came out like on Super Nintendo, which would have been super cool, right? But anyways, join me again tomorrow where we just pick a random game. I don't have any like rhyme or reason as far as the games that I'm picking now. It's just like whatever kind of, floats my boat as far as like whatever I want to play. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed Sunset Riders. If you haven't heard of it, look it up. Play it online. I'm pretty sure you can find some way to play it, or just buy a Super Nintendo and get the Super Nintendo cartridge. Which actually it's kind of expensive, but not too much. But it's definitely a fun playthrough if you've never played the game. So all right, I'll check you later. Have a good day or a good evening, and I'll talk to you later.